Okay, everybody, you've probably heard the situation that happened in North Carolina. Say the name.
His kids don't fucking deserve that, man.
The fact that there are people celebrating is absolutely sickening. I understand if you didn't agree. Everyone has a right to their own opinion. That's why there's a left side and a right side. But I think at the end of the day, none of us get to decide who lives and who dies. And the fact that there are people out there who think they have the right to take someone's life from them because of how they think. Like, what is wrong with people?
Hello everyone, how are you doing today? Welcome back to Trending Pulse Worldwide. I appreciate you for being here today. Now, there's a somber mood in the United States right now as news spread about the passing of Charlie Kirk. And his name has been tied to politics, faith, and public debates for years. And for many people, this moment feels really heavy. And in particular, white Americans who followed his work are sharing emotional reactions. And you can see the sadness in their voices, the tears in their eyes, and the weight of how much this loss means to them. Because for some, it's the loss of a leader they respected. For others, it's the silence left behind a voice that stood for certain values in society. And so in today's video, we are focusing on those emotional reactions. We'll hear directly from Americans as they process this news and share how it has affected them. And later on, after watching their responses, we'll talk about who Charlie Kirk was in the society, why this moment has sparked so much deep mourning, and ask a bigger question. Does speaking your mind, expressing your different political opinions, even justify such a tragic ending? But first of all, let's see how Americans themselves are reacting to this news. Then I'll be back.
There are news outlets reporting the worst right now, Glenn. I don't know what I'm waiting for before I report it. You know, I trust just the news. I trust Deseret. What are we waiting for, like the AP to say it? We don't trust them more than we trust these. Which he would have to be if that video was real.
Did you guys know that his kids and wife were there? I didn't deserve that. They have to live with that. Charlie Kirk did not deserve what happened to him. His family, his children did not deserve to see what happened to him. The supporters, the people there to debate him, they did not deserve to see that happen. Because what? He didn't like what he said? When I don't like what somebody's saying, I stop listening. His wife was there. His kids were there. And there's people out here making light of it, condoning it, celebrating it. Are you fucking kidding me?
You know, you lefty loons out there, you don't even realize what you did. You just don't even realize what you did. You proved everything that he's been going to these campuses and saying about people being indoctrinated. You proved it today. You proved that he was right. You proved it today. You go on there and you unalive a father and a husband because you don't like what he has to say. And you think that suddenly that by doing that it's going to make people go to your side. You guys have lost it. It is absolutely a mental illness. Absolutely a mental illness. All of those individuals there that witnessed that, they can all see. What he was saying was the truth. It's the truth. And you don't like to hear the truth. I have no doubts where he's at. No doubts at all. He was a God-fearing, God-loving man. And he met Jesus today. I have a son that's only about 1.5 years younger than Charlie Kirk. I just can't imagine the amount of hate that someone has to have and how evil someone has to be to go and do something like that to someone simply because you don't agree with what they have to say. Every day, we are one step closer to the Lord coming back.
I don't understand. And I honestly and truly don't know if I ever will. This world it's sick. I am praying so hard. I've seen some videos that don't make me feel optimistic, but as a wife myself, I just pray that his wife can have her husband come home. Like, I understand that there's difference of opinions, and I do not put anything political on any of my pages because I believe that we all have different opinions and mine are not going to be the same as everyone else's. But I don't care how different our opinions are. This is never deserved. It is never okay. Violence is never the answer. But it seems to be what just keeps happening, and it's like my brain instantly just goes to, as a mother, this is why I homeschool. This is why I'm so protective, because you just never know. And it's like even harder because it's in my backyard, literally. Like,
so I have high schoolers that were in school today when they found out about Charlie Kirk's assassination. And when the class found out, the majority of the students started cheering. And then the teacher said, well, he was kind of a bad guy. I am so angry right now. No teacher should be pushing that type of hate in a classroom. In a government class, by the way. And that's your message? That is the problem we have here in America. And that is the problem that we have in the school system. I've had issues with this teacher prior to this, and I've bit my tongue because she's one of my daughter's favorite teachers, and I didn't want to cause any problems for her. But I need to let my feelings subside, and then I need to decide what I'm going to do. But this is not okay. And that is not what we should be saying to children. The conversation should have been, we don't all have to agree and you don't have to like what he says. But
those were just some of the emotional reactions from Americans to Charlie Kirk's passing. And it's clear that this news has struck a deep chord. And the sadness we are seeing is a reflection of how much influence he carried. Now, let's take a moment to talk about why this moment is so impactful. As you know, Charlie Kirk wasn't just another name in politics. He was a well-known figure who often spoke about Christianity, conservative values, and the importance of standing firm in your beliefs. And for many people, he represented a voice that was unapologetically bold, and whether people agree with him or not, his presence could not be ignored. And that is why so many Americans are mourning right now. And they are grieving not just the man, but also the voice that stood for something bigger. Free speech, faith, and political conviction. And this brings us to a bigger question. Should anyone lose their life simply because they express their opinions? Does it make sense that in a country that values the First Amendment, the right to free speech, someone could be unalived for exercising that right? And as parents, we encourage our children to be confident, to speak up, and to defend their beliefs, not with violence, but with courage and words. We teach them that their voices matter. But what message does it send when adults are punished in the harshest way for doing exactly that? And this is what makes Charlie Kirk's passing so emotional for so many people. It's not just about politics, it's about the principles of freedom and whether society truly allows space for different views. So guys, what do you think? Should political opinions and freedom of speech even come at such a high cost? Or should everyone's right to speak be protected, no matter the disagreement? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments, so don't hold back, but keep it respectful I'll be reading all of them. And before you go, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Trending Pulse Worldwide for more trending stories. Thank you so much for sticking around. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay blessed.